When you think about the Punisher, what pops into your head? The iconic skull logo that you see slapped on the back of every mall crawler? The Marvel TV show starring John Barenthal?
What is that? What is that?
The often misconstrued relationship between the character and lines that are thin and blue? No. For me, it's the forgotten 2005 video game from Volition and THQ Nordic. Frank Castle is a disgruntled veteran on a crusade of vengeance, so it's fitting enough for him to star in a game that copies Remedy's homework without a shred of shame.
Payne!
But our skull-emblazoned protagonist is much less limber than Mr. Payne. Castle doesn't have the luxury of watching bullets wander by in slow motion. Instead, he lumbers through each level, shrugging off bullets like a trench-coated tank, while unleashing enough firepower of his own to make John Woo nut through his jeans. In an attempt to set the Punisher apart, Volition put in a weird rage mode mechanic where old Frank whips out a pair of hunting knives while PTSD hallucinations echo through his head. Yes, of course, whenever people think of the Punisher, they remember his iconic knife juggling skills. Someone sitting at the developer's roundtable must have had a stroke of genius though, because the interrogations are by and far the most memorable parts of this game. Castle can grab any random goon by the collar and threaten them in a variety of ways, which can pay off by netting him extra info, hidden weapons, or make some of the encounters easier. All of these are cartoonishly violent, over-the-top sequences where Frank judiciously applies fists to groins and faces while the helpless thug in his grip begs for mercy. But my favorites are the environment-based special interrogations that are sprinkled throughout each level. These all range from the mundane to the absolutely ridiculous, and most come complete with a B-movie one-liner.
Next time, stay 6 inches from the curb.
If you ever wanted to help the Punisher apply some percussive maintenance to a windowsill or put a gangster to the grindstone nose first, well, here's your chance. But I think my favorites were in the zoo level. The Punisher is generally a joyless, grimdark figure in the Marvel timeline, but you really start to look at things in a different light when Death by Rhino is on the table. Call out your pick for the funniest Punisher interrogation down in the comments. When I went to dive into this decades-old memory myself, I was pretty surprised to find out that the Punisher can't be bought, but I'm talking in a game preservation sense. This game isn't for sale anywhere. You won't find it on Steam, GOG, or any of the console storefronts, and as for physical copies, well, let's see. $250? This effectively lands it in the legally gray area of abandonware, which means you can snatch it up and play it for free if you know where to look. I found a great repack on the MyAbandonware site. Take this powerful arcane knowledge along with my blessing, and maybe I'll see you on the next Two-Headed Hero.